Welcome to Qigong warm-up. Feet on the ground, feeling your feet rooting, even though you're moving your feet up and down a little bit, and rub your hands, get the warmth into your hands. From the warmth into your hands, we're going to dry wash right up to the elbow, right up into the shoulders, coming down again, activating, invigorating, enlivening your hands. Now, a lot of you watching the channel will be in your 60s and above. This is what I see from analytics. So it's great to warm up sometimes a couple of times a day because we tend to slow down a lot faster than maybe younger people do. So rubbing hands and from there can just take your warm hands over your face, and we're lifting those wrinkles up as we go. So putting the pressure up as we go in, then coming down the back of the neck, up the face, down the back of the neck, up the face, down the back. And now staying with our hands, let's circle. Open your finger, opening your wrists, getting a beautiful spiral. You can move through your feet at the same time as well. Knowing that your hands go up, they go down, they go to the side, other side, and they've got a sort of diagonal there as well. So get all those movements. You know, at this stage of our lives, what we don't use, we lose. And we often don't use all the movements that are possible to the hands. Right, and then open and close. This is very good for keeping the strength in your fingers and your hands. And Peter Deadman says something like 100 times or 120 times. If we do this about 25 times to start off with, that's good, and you can slowly increase it. So at the moment, we're just shooting forwards with our open hands, and then you can bring them down to your sides if you're a little bit sore going forwards, but this is also a nice movement to do. I'm doing this little warm-up. There is a big storm coming, so I'm hoping that we're going to be able to be perfectly warm before I have to go inside, or my computer blows away in the wind. All right, let's do a bit of Chi massage. We're going to look at large intestine 4, one of the biggest tonification points, strongest tonification points in the body. And you can just come in here with a thumb and give a deep massage here, or you can fold your knuckle and give it a knock, depending on whether your hands are delicate or they're still tough and strong. Knocking in here, bringing up the yang energy. So point's very good for toothache, major headache point for the body to clear headaches. Great for constipation as well. Great just to bring a surge of qi through the body. And you may feel as you're doing that, that you're getting a warmth coming into your arms, just doing that, holding your hands up in front of you as you do that. Going from there to the opposite side of the hand, and we're going to bend the little finger, and this crease here is small intestine 3, and we're going to knock those together. Small intestine 3, very, very good for neck pain. Small intestine channel is coupled with the heart channel, so it's great for your heart as well. Again, feeling the warmth come into your hands as we're working here. Keeping moving, a little bit of movement around through your feet as we're doing this. And feeling that your tailbone's dropping down, you've got a long spine, tuck your chin in a little bit, feel your head lifted up to the sky. And then we're going from here to knocking 3 fingers above the wrist, inner and outer gates of the arms. So pericardium channel here, triple heater there. Emotional immunity here, physical immunity here. So hands opposite each other, but not touching. Facing that 3-finger position from the wrists and giving yourself a knock. So activating the inner and outer gates of the arms. Keeping a nice rounded posture here. This would be a defensive position if you're doing Tai Chi, so you don't want it close to you. So having this position with a nice width between your shoulder blades and a roundness coming through your shoulder to your elbows, and then change over and knocking. Good. Right, do you want to do a bit of more enlivening of the arm all the way down to the fingers? And so we want to stroke from long one and pericardium coming down the arm right down to the fingers and up. I was using this movement to give to a client who had peripheral neuropathy of the hands and the fingers, and this was her exercise to do every day for the arms. And so finger numbness, finger tingling could be after diabetes, it could be after sometimes cancer treatments, the toxicity of the cancer chemicals, giving the nerves a bit of a knockout. And then the other side coming down and up, all the way up over the trapezius and down, right through the hand and up and down. And if you're pretty strong arms, you want to really wake up a little bit more, then we can just do a nice knocking and then coming right down center of the arm, turning around, coming up the back, all the way along the trapezius, turning around. Remember, this is wake you up. So you want a nice knocking here and to the other side, open your arm and all the way down. This is an exercise I very often have done when I've been flying somewhere and wake up in my hotel room the next morning, or even do before going to bed, just to get everything alive and circulating in my body again after a long flight in airports without any fresh air and airplanes without any fresh air, and shake it out. Good. Right, let's take that enlivenment into the body, and we're going to start off with flying dragon. So a little bit of width between your hips here and your feet. You're coming back with the back of the hand, coming back towards your chest. As you do that, you're going to use your whole body and open. So chin out and then tuck your bottom in and come out. I'll do it from the side. So chin out, dragon flying, and then coming up, straightening your knees, bending your knees, coming back. And this is going to be an out breath. In breath as you come up, out breath. Notice how your hands are not above the height of your shoulders. So if you've got any shoulder problems, you can do this exercise with safety and ease. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the mouth. Doing an undulation through your spine. It's going to keep your spine nice and elastic. So instead of being just like a pole, that your spine is a little bit more like a string of beads where all the different vertebrae can move between each other. And exaggerated, chin out, bottom in, bring it back, open, chin out, back of the hands together to the heart center, tuck your tailbone in, straighten your spine, hands back in, tuck your tailbone in, open. And from there, so the dragonmen fly. And one of my favorite things is Great Bear swims in the ocean. So you can imagine yourself, this great big strong bear. And now your hands are facing the sky and you're going to sit back. So you're sitting back and forwards you go and spiraling around again, tucking your tailbone in as you come up. This is an out breath through the mouth or the nose and coming back up. I'll do that from the side, breathing out, pulling back. Imagine you're this great big bear swimming through a strong ocean, going to catch the trout that are coming down the streams into the oceans. or the salmon, probably the salmon, I should imagine. I try to more for the sort of the lakes in Ireland, but I can imagine in Alaska, you want that Alaskan salmon. Sinking down, strengthen your lower back. If you can't go down quite so low, then just have a little bend and do it that way. So great bear. And one of the beauties of these exercises is imagining, visualizing yourself as that animal, and whatever power or personality that animal has, you embody that to strengthen your emotions and your mind. Also bring a little bit of playfulness into your life at the beginning of the morning or in the middle of the day when things have got a little bit heavy. Let's do another 2. Swimming and pulling back through the water, opening between your thumb and your finger. That's called tiger mouth. So you're opening your large intestine 4. And let's just do a body shake. So we've been moving quite a lot of the top of the body and into the arms, and we're going to move down a little bit into the legs after this. Right, just a quick warm-up. I'm going to give you a couple of different warm-ups. Warm-up number 1, because there's so many lovely warm-up exercises that we can work with. Okay, dokes. Right. Stand with your legs a little bit wider than your hips, and put your hands on your hips to start off with. You're actually not on your hips. Hips are really down there, but you're on the top of your pelvis here. And just shift the weight from one side to the other. Feeling your feet rooted into the ground and noticing how you go to one side. That side fills up, the side's a little bit empty, okay? So one of the reasons we often fall is we don't actually put full weight onto one leg before we pick the other one up. And then we fall down. Shifting, shifting. And just go into that lovely flow, seaweed in the ocean. So, or moving like a river, bring your hands in as well. And we're doing quite a high movement here. So we get a little bit of movement through the thoracic spine. The thoracic spine is much stiffer than the lumbar or the neck because it's got the ribs attached to it. So we often, as we get older, are much, much stiffer there. It's often a level where we get little compression fractures. So really good to do this movement to keep the mobility going and the strength going through the thoracic. Go. Right. Bring your hands to your hips. And now we're going to come a little bit closer in. And we're going to be doing a heel forwards, toe back. Now, if you are a little bit unsteady, and if you've got peripheral neuropathy in the feet, you probably could be a little bit unsteady. And therefore, start doing these exercises holding onto a chair or table. So we're going to bend your knee that you're standing on, and it's a forward heel placement back to the toe. Put the heel a little bit at a 45-degree angle there and back. Really slowly, forwards and back. I'm going to do about 10 or 15 of those. If you feel that you can do it without holding onto a chair or table, then you can just do it with your hands on your hips. And if you're really good with that, then you bring your arms into their movement. And so as your foot goes back, your hands come forwards. So slow it down. Focus on the weight going through the standing foot. It's a lovely exercise for balance. And then the other side, same thing. You could bring your chair to the side, or you could just do it with your hands on your hips. Another nice way to keep your balance is to imagine your hands on two tiger cubs' heads, but obviously they're going to be friends with you. That helps you to keep your balance as well. Otherwise, we bring the hands forwards, and it's very nice exercise to get your balance in preparation for doing longer Tai Chi moves. In Qigong, we tend to do 1 or 2 movements at a time, but in in Tai Chi, you can land up doing forms with 16, 18, 22 continuous movements, so that's much more challenging. Good. Again, if you are a little bit worried about your balance, the next one we're going to raise the bubbling springs. So you could do this, putting both hands in the chair, coming up onto the ball of the foot and coming back down again. Coming up. Very good for keeping the strength in the muscles of the feet. And if you're strong enough, then again, hands on the tiger's heads. And you may just be able to put more weight on the front of the foot than the heels. Even that's okay to start. And then keep your balance there. Coming down. So raising your bubbling spring, that is kidney 1. And down. Very important to do this. And you're thinking about, when you're keeping your balance there, that one of the muscles that's really doing this work is your flexor, or the bending muscle of your big toe, okay? That's the strongest muscle in the foot here. So your balance is going to be slightly more towards the big toe than the little toe, and when you come down. So when we do this exercise where we're going forwards with the heel, back with the toe, when we're walking, our toe there, that is our push off. So we need really strong big toes so that we can push off and come forwards and bring our hips forward. So this exercise helps us to strengthen up here. All right, hands on tiger's heads, do a little bit there. There's some really nice flows that get you on your toes with the monkey, but for now, let's just do very simple raising up and holding, 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 coming down. You should really do some of these every single day if you can. And down. Okay. Second last one is going to be push mountain, hold sky. So push mountain, hold sky, and we'll do it with a step forward, push mountain, hold sky. Coming down, hands face each other as you step back. Swap around, push mountain, hold sky. Coming back. The beautiful thing about Qigong is it doesn't cost any money to do, and you can do it inside your apartment, on your stoep or your veranda, which is what I'm doing. And the reason my dog is barking is that some people are coming past and he thinks they're worth saying hello to. And in China, people would, in the old days, and still some people today, would be doing it in the park or in tiny little spaces. So it really was an exercise for the people. So this is to strengthen the spleen and the stomach, also to earth you strongly, coming back. So think about, what is your mood today as you go out, you push mountain, hold sky strongly. Just think about that. Breathing in, breathing out. Strength, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Or you may be a little bit weak, and so you might just be able to do a little push and open. Maybe you've been ill, you've had an operation or something, and you're just starting to open through your abdomen, through your chest, pushing down, and you're working on the organs. And of course, this is the earth element, very grounding. And whatever you need, you can make your movement stronger or more delicate. But they're the beginning of strength, coming back, And here's your chi ball, holding your chi ball that you've been conjuring up while you've been doing the warm-up exercises, opening and closing, feeling that electromagnetic field that you've spruced up, that you've warmed up as we've done this last 15, 20 minutes of warm-up exercises. And you're going to take this nice fresh energy with you out into the day, into the morning, into the afternoon. And to finish, we're going to just do a little bit of centering. Centering is a beautiful movement. And you'll see a lot of gymnasts do centering before they go on to do their competitions. And Wim Hof, if you watch him chatting, the Dutchman who has taken the world over with his breathing exercises and ice cold baths, you will see him do centering very often, just to clear your mind, settle your chi if it's got a little bit scattered. So one hand below your dantian, just below the navel there. Feet grounded, chin tucked in, so feeling the connection to the universe, to the sky, feeling the connection to the earth. And here's man in between. And so we're in nature here, part of nature. So watching your hand as you go behind, watching your hand as you gather the outside chi and bring it down your center. As you come here, turn your body, spiraling through the spine, reaching out straight, but not straight, coming around, watching your hand coming down. So as you watch your hand, when you watch movement, you get strong focus coming down, centering. You are coming down along the Ren channel. The Ren channel is the conception channel, the yin channel in the front of your body. And at your back, you have the yang channel, the governor channel. Breathing in, breathing out. Close your eyes as you do this. And just notice how it feels when you bring your hand on the front of your body. Sometimes you actually feel there's a little bit of almost a sort of bulge of energy or vibration of energy coming out as you come down in front of the heart. If you've done some good chi gathering, building up some chi. And so if your head is too buzzy, you just guide that buzziness down to the heart and then down to the dantian, to the belly, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, and breathing out, and let your hands both come to rest over your lower dantian, just below your belly button. Close your eyes for a couple of seconds and just notice how your body feels. Notice the connection of your feet to ground, connection of your head to the sky. And the space, your spine between your tailbone and where the spine connects to the head. We talk about song, which is making space in the body. So feel the space in the body, lengthwise, but also widthwise. Feel the temperature of the air around you, touch of your clothes and your skin. Allow your face to soften. A little bit of space between the eyebrows. Soft muscle to muscle, soft jaw muscle. And allow your hands to go down. And just a couple of steps to bring yourself back to wherever you started, and have a great day further. Thank you for joining me for a warm-up for your day.